Right, yes, and some more baby from not prepared for channel so YouTube. You must say Abrenia Bribiano, Muguso na Moshe. We do really appreciate the fact that you watch us, and we're extremely grateful. If today is the very first timer, who share Jumaji Nibia, but more than subscribe at the Amaye. Makacho say all subscribe ya and yet day. And one sa na odi emia subscribe button no so. We had one send me so pay. Now so obabeka ebusuaku no ho. It user subscribe iguo. Umia so pay ebe turn akọ subscribed. When it becomes the past tense, then it just say officially you are a member of the Pepe Suarez Media. And then a match day na enra na Atram Divisa Academy. Wamo any club and team at the Golden Kicks a ball. The MTNFA Cup semi-final one. Nti ka say club at the Golden Kicks. Ejina the final of the FA Cup. Kai say final of FA Cup so the University of Ghana Stadium. Legon. Wamo a new stadium one. And a game no so. Already it is decided. And I think it is hosting the FA Cup for the next 5 years. Last year, bought Eman Swachama Ekoje. This year, bought na club and did Golden Kicks age na final. And then Yamia Tuma, Achepa 6:30. That is, even if the game should travel to penalty shootout. And Kwankobo no Nsia and a Fadie. Now, whoever qualifies to join Golden Kicks or the final. And so I know it is Assnte Kotoko. Any club and the Berekum Chelsea. One of them, team the grand finale of the FA Cup. Sisi ayeka say game no ehun bebrebe ha aye de hun sem no ede ema. There's good news for Assnte Kotoko. In fact, we the best news Kotoko betimi enya. In recent times, Washa it drew the morning of a game. Ya Assnte Kotoko etai uko exa was o mabetro. Now, the last two matches now, announcement of players are one epra na nunti omuntumi part of game Kotoko ebebo. Before Kotoko played Adriana Stars, Assnte Kotoko officially announced two players epra. So two players no na a striker Isaac Minta and a winger and Peter Midu Aqua. Then as ahead of Kotoko, any heartful game, and also Kotoko SI at the buy. So my branch the thing the Michael Sifa and so injured. And then Kotoko any tweet. But me akachero se krobia Assnte Kotoko. There's good news. And the good news and say Samba, Ndongani, Unel, Gilbani, Congo Soldier were one of the best defenders in the league this season. Domestic football, top defenders are. Bako Samba Ndongani. And I tell you, sir, a branch channel fit and available for the game. That is good news. Mebaso, Namaba explaining at the actual. Then around the game, there are a lot of news around the game. When you say Berekum Chelsea, opinion Didia Mufa Jantua, owner of Berekum Chelsea, a huge promise ahead of this game at the Ama the branch. I'll come there, I'll explain to you. My main friend just said the link. Story I link some to Assnte Kotoko. We did the story here. I think about 2 days ago. I did the story. And at that time I told you my sources. Is it that the story is gaining roots? And I say it is something to distract Coach Samobodu from the game, his attention from the game. Yes, Makai Nyoma Bibi Amam Focus Kotoko Fashada issue tactics be at the distract Samobodu. Said about a game no, na dream ebe free so. Sanitier. And I say, really, Assnte Kotoko, interest, coach Samuel Bodumu, a story, yebe hojuma at the amount. Karim Zito, and the place, no, I meeting. Now, exclusively, Nyoma, Oka at the same rancher. The promise of the IMC, yawa ewa, sounds so and a coach, and the thing at the Samobodu and the boys, so I meeting. Some meeting, and want some I told ya. And sama amufa jantua ede tuja ene nana Kwame Nketia Obed and somebody tuja esco member openya din ede Sibosuro, yes omo and somebody tuja nyina no ya wa I de ema. So around the game, everything around the game, any de ema ewo Pepe Soares channel no so ewo YouTube. Me pacho se wonya subscribe to channel na subscribe efama yesi maka cho se subscribe na enye den. So let's start. In general, omo agi Bretra TV echi ehwe FA Cup game no. Obo say omo are the students, second cycle institution students buy, and at least now the ambience no eba maka cho se football game. It doesn't matter the competitiveness of the game. It doesn't matter the level of play our players ever exhibit. Say chitafo anywhere. Yeah, Emma agokensi no enshada enye de ensi. But enra omo ebo modern the students eba enene. I can assure you, sir, urum our takwa T&A. It is expected as some take supporters ebeba. But the distance between Kumasi and Takwano and many penny be in free Kumasi enko. But of course, Kotoko, our supporters, our Takwa, Kotoko, our supporters, our Abosu, Kotoko supporters, our Takwane Damai area ho, ebimu ebetime free Pristia, Ababeshe, any omo maka, omo esha Assnte Kotoko ache most of them ebeba. But you don't expect to get the numbers that will fill the T&A stadium. And unti, the organizers of the FA Cup, led by Opinion Edin Wilson Arthur, omo ebesan so edi school for no aba na o mahwe say students no ebetimi aba abefele the grounds no so that you get the ambience of football ball na makaje say chitafo ni wa ya na insitasa, so they will do that again. Yamfantu ya say enra omo eye what we call the happy hour, and today happy hour no ebesan so akoso, so between 1 and 3 p.m. ebo donko ekosi no miensa wa obewura takwati ni stadium now we call the red stance bia mame confirm so that you don't get there na wakwa confused or say pepe and a kan am pame na make anti mame enchirem. So if you get there between 1 and 3 p.m. red and green stance okohwa a free one aya be gate ekosi 3 p.m. So room out the red and the green stance are a free uncheska. Oko VIP and pay kura 9 a.m. abitua. So this is oko any other stance before the 3 p.m. no. Now you red and the green stance are you pay. But for the red and the green stance, from 1 p.m. equal 3 p.m. a period of 2 hours, you enter for free. Then if it 3 equal 4 na give the chassis. And yeah, baby will be a stand there will be a you pay. Eno what mpanyinfo ede abetuja ayen so yede ehun bi ede emount. So yes, the red and the green stands because of the happy hour introduced by the Ghana Football Association. Ebeye juma e watakwa T&A. Ya ubetime rest stadium or free between 1 and 3. 2 stands per eno the red and the green stands. The other stands are for sale. You go and buy your ticket and you go and watch. It around the game. Some of the stories are yede ema or the afa game. Now, the good news and say Assnte Kotoko, stalwart defender. Now he said the debate as to who is the best centre back in the Ghana Premier League ever. And now Razak Simpson and a call up to the Black Stars of Ghana, where he even played. It's Razak Simpson, the call up. I would echo ball some 2 games for the Black Stars. And in recent times, Ghana, as I call up, Razak Simpson in your call up, no. Okay, the debate by say when had the best centre back in the league. And 2 names are Nanipa Ebo, Razak Simpson of Nations FC, and Samba Ndongani Unil Giovanni, the Congolese who plays for Assnte Kotoko. I think that Razak Simpson, after the Black Stars call up and Wopra and Untimi Emoy, but Samba has still been active and playing. And I know Sunday, I was the Accra Sports Stadium, I was Ghana's version of the El Clasico, the Super Clash. A branch of the thing at the Samba Ndongani Iprae. So he did not complete the game at the Accra Sports Stadium. Samba Iprae, no, Kaisa Kotoko slept over in Accra on Sunday, came to Kumasi on Monday. Tuesday, Kotoko training. Samba Ndongani did not train. Wednesday, Kotoko training. Samba was there, but did not participate actively and fully in the training session. Thursday, Kotoko ebo friendly game. Omone Namoro Academy. Samba and Mobi. Inti a lot of conclusions by, of course, player wepra Sunday, na Monday, one year training, be a Tuesday, one year training, Wednesday, one year training, na Thursday, team na able training game, na one Mobi no, na emankofo adwene omo se abranche no entimi entu kwan ni bi ampa Assnte Kotoko head coach eka the injury situations no obo somebody at the count, but that interview was done on Thursday. Assnte Kotoko interview was done on Thursday after they played the game on Namoro a boy no and a coach at the gym at the Karim Zito yes interview at the answer at Tuja so na you na share but Thursday yeah ko pie mu adako jache no ehun say Samba personal training but na light training no serious training session on Thursday even though he did not participate in a game first team a boy and say by bibia no nka. Now the good news is that Congo soldier no fit or available for selection. Say coach a person or tron sa de friend say omobia a branch and takwa we know what say. He is part of the 20-man squad that traveled to Takwa TNA and Oye as fit as a fiddle. That is great news for Assnte Kotoko. On say Ukraine o film our Accra Sports Stadium no. A branch and Joseph Ablon and a very replace no. Now Joseph Ablon ebe replace no wono enso ebe bo yi pa na no friendly game na Kotoko boy na training game no Joseph Ablon crash go omone na moro nti ono fit or available. Henry Ansu as a center back fit and available. Samba ebe can fit and available. Michael Sifai fit and available. I think that it is to the benefit of Assnte Kotoko. Say omo top center backs ni na no available for selection. And that also uko game we say na sa news na eba a great news, a fantastic news. And the macrobia Assnte Kotoko metema. So Samba Ndongani is available and one se coach na episode bobi nkwadia one ebetumi abo game no e de ama Kumasi Assnte Kotoko. No the best news are Kotoko for ebete. On a part of Berekum Chelsea, their last game on boy who be jail entumi amobi. Abranche no na opira. The mate say Berekum Chelsea are also sweating over the fitness of Ubejau and our medical team and the technical team no ye de umbetimi bia say Ubejau who missed Berekum Chelsea game wamo born last week Sunday mama any confirmation of sa game na enfama empanyfo ehwe so umbetimi de umbe bia na Ubejau that midfield dynamo a very young boy but fantastic player by all standards. Ebetimi abewuram na ebia wabo game ni bi edi amomo a. I think that is the discussion around that particular game. Berekum Chelsea and so on Sunday, last week Sunday, Berekum Chelsea and Adriana Stars in the room. Adriana she Berekum Chelsea by 3-2. Yes, Stephen Amankona about 2 goals. It was her game. So Amankona scored 2 in that particular game. And social lineup omni room it was her game now. Now a branch of the Eddie Ubejo and squad wamo Eddie a boy no. Reason is that the boy is not feeling so well. And it is the reason a branch no went to be anya part of one a team no. So we are all looking at the possibility of and as Berekum Chelsea for share the possibility say omo player no omo ebenya no na oye fit no ba biginem abo ede amom. That is one thing that they are looking at to get the boy and to get him fit to come and play. Unim say urem ewo the squad ekopie mu ewo national under 20 omo squad no uhwemu a enya de Berekum Chelsea elusu player bia to the national under 20 Assnte Kotoko elusu player bia to the national under 20. So clearly these are the players onum and enya de a omo elusu player bia e de mass side no. Initially na Berekum Chelsea a guy in a under 20 team, but I think the final call up coach just want to fair no one final account a branch no and so any part of it and not the story that we are giving you. So that is the next story around the game. We are still around the Kotoko versus Berekum Chelsea game. And my main fan has a huge promise. Every Berekum Chelsea owner Ora Mufaja Ntwa akọ e de ama Berekum Chelsea players no. If they defeat Kotoko, only ma de share the motivation to play this semi-final game. Me na me running team. And the team or semi-final, one of Kotoko or Berekum Chelsea. Remember more promise in the semi-final and final. The final game is between whoever wins this contest and a Division 1 side Golden Case. But where there a Premier League teams in Asia and Berekum Chelsea owner Amufa Jantwa, I'm on the place in a huge promise that if they beat Kotoko, come and take this ransom. So Kotoko, you are always winning, almost going to win the cup. You better work. I said this is the final before the final. Normally, you call tournament and I about tournament. You catch us say you about the final before the final. A chess bookmakers no etnasi, pundits no etnasi. No more per teams no we favorite. Omuminu and Asia or the semi-finals. Obviously, Golden Case comes nowhere near the level of Assnte and Berekum Chelsea. Of course, Uchi the FA Cup song I say Ubia Ubia and it across the world FA Cup. But still Berekum no the top teams in Ajedodo, even though you say FA Cup is full of surprises, but still top teams in Ajedodo. It Berekum Chelsea owner no. Any Mamufa Jan told him say a huge bonus. And the man ran to beat Kotoko. The cup is almost in Berekum. Ombet Makofa Ediaba. And so the huge promise. And a better team no could do here. Now omoyo team meeting. And a president no the package or what my boys no. A buyer enya asamketwa. Yeah, or this a huge promise. Ede ama the mancheno. So Munsha Kotoko. Na one more NJ what is at stake, which is the FA Cup. So beat Kotoko and obviously the FA Cup will be home. It will be home. Inti promise not super. We are not getting the figures, but we hear say the amount that has been promised the players, no. Bia unza FA Cup na amount na that's why they amount. And the amount I call the Confederations Cup no more support to. Bia science kind that FA Cup no so penina catch up say moja let's check the amount. And so Samuel Bodu is motivated to lead the boys. Again, another story around the game. I remember so 4 p.m. Sunday. I was talking TNA. Me sure say what TB. The story started here when we told you say Coach Samuel Bodu is linked to the Kotoko job. Samuel Bodu. Yes, that story when I did it, messages by pa, and majority of the messages by the people who wrote their messages were against it. Were against it. Inti, Mekai said, I want to confirm the day I did the story. And majority of the people who commented, no, they didn't like it. Not on MP. So 3 days ago, and he published his story. And as I'm saying, most of the people who commented, the Kotoko supporters, were not, in fact, enthused about the story. There be some Obodu saying we don't need some Obodu, a lot of messages. And now, buy. But if it's a purpose for channel, yes, our story here. What follow the media landscape? Story no gaining roots on social media, on traditional media, everywhere. About 28 messages were posted on that story. But some message I'll say, please, those supporters who are asking for some Obodu, they should stop that. Koroko don't need him. We are Kwabna Jachi Edierono. Or say, Mami Enjofofro. Or say, Koroko needs Masokona do not some Obodu. I say Kotoko don't need him. Kotoko don't need him. Tom Masokona do for Kotoko. How can you ever think of bringing somebody to Kotoko? Please stop these rumors and let's focus on our team. So Kotoko should not dare appoint somebody. We are not serious. Kotoko does not need Coach Bodu. Was he not the one who disrespected the club with his unsavory remarks? Timoka is okay, or the Auras Kra has and Koran bit much Kotoko. Okay, or say, or the Omumpoba could convention. Yes. I'll see people, I think this is just news that you want people to follow. Kotoko don't need somebody because he said Kotoko can beat our ass. How people took that story. But story no egusua a trend kwa. And no na nkofo busa say Kotoko for use tactics. Eyi Samobodu adwene free game no so ana because Samobodu Kotoko or a Berekum Chelsea coach. If indeed Kotoko pena. Now so back to that season, as I just about Confederations Cup, so Kotoko Shana, a GFA Cup. It tactics somebody really no, or more confused. And that's Bibianim, but the story is still moving on. And Udu Takwa and Nano Paya. And on the story, Ubia can wasem. Say, yes, Berekum Chelsea coach in the crowd. Or no, on Shakotoko because next season, on Kotoko, no Kotoko. Now Kotoko can qualify for Africa. Unya Africa more. Look at that. We in Zama, Koso, Enya Asam Ketwa. Coach Karim Zito. And so, and in the Manchester I meeting, Eddie Komo. As your moon crying. Say, Cap, we here Kotoko pa. Na the IMC chairman na penka kwesiwa ene ne mpanyifo more management and so aka chairman nche say they really need this cup the both season we no mo come nhyia akọche so mo di kuru akọ no mo ko akọka chairman nhyia say omonya qualification ticket to Africa. I have said it that the Confederations Cup is the safe zone for Ghanaian clubs when it is that they are moving to Africa. O show mo Champions League no mo level no ye men and the Confederations Cup no Okobo Champions League now drop here. Oh, Mame Bobby. It's a honor. AI grounds are a fertile grounds for Ghanaian clubs to go and perform well in Africa. Yakaide Enche under the tutelage of Karim Zito or they Dreams FC Ekoye. They reached the semi-finals of the CAF Confederations Cup. In fact, Omone Al Zamalek Ekobo draw Ewo Cairo and Al Zamalek Ebeshabo 3-0. Ewo Barbara Sports to the Wansano Mufrim. They were just a step away from playing in the finals of the CAF Confederations Cup. So we're there. Ghanaian clubs no kwa yana modern eye. This season, Kotoko any Berekum Chelsea. Asia mienu. Kotoko better than Berekum Chelsea in the two meetings akoso. The first meeting na Berekum Golden City Park. It ended 1-1. First meeting ended 1-1. Second meeting, Baba Sports Stadium ended 1-0 in favor of Kotoko. This is the third meeting of the season between the two teams. In the FA Cup, Kotoko has just 7 goals. I consider just 1 goal. And nobody room our semi-finals. May the best team win this particular fixture. I wish the best of luck to both teams. Go in there, battle it out, win this contest, and you are almost winning the FA Cup 2025. Yadamasi, Semuguso Namosheye. Yeah, the update every free game at the April. God bless us all.